Welcome guys, this is John the Board Game Haver. And today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to do my first how to play video. And I thought that for me, the first thing I wanted to do was maybe just show something that was that you can play solo, that has a really great theme. I love Robinson Crusoe. I love the story of Robinson Crusoe. The man Friday there helping him to survive and just get through. And I think that I've picked a great game and one that's really easy to explain. So I'm going to be teaching. Yeah, not this. I am not teaching this. Are you even kidding me? You know how long I've had this game? I can't even figure this game out. They are going to be doing a reboot of this and fixing a lot of cards and stuff. So no, we're going to do Friday. Oh, we're doing Friday, guys. Welcome, guys, to the real first how to play video. This is going to be Friday. It is one of my favourite deck builders. It is, I think, my only solo playing game. I actually I have a couple of solo playing games, but this was the first that made me realise that you could actually play a game solo and feel that you had a really great experience. I played this with my brother recently. He was kind of looking over my shoulder like, what are you doing? And then sat down. He'd never played a deck builder before and he got it. I was there just dealing the cards for him and kind of telling him what the rules were as we went along. And it made me realise that it's such a simple game to play. So this is the basic setup. We have here our hazards. We have here our deck. Just similar to any deck building game, you just have your starter cards. This time though, there are some bad ones in here. There's a lot of weak. That's actually a really good one. We have one that has 0 points, but give you some 2 lives. So let me show you the makeup of the card. The basic card. This down here shows you it's a basic card. This up here is its fighting power. This here is something we'll get into later on, but this is to do with if you want to destroy a card. If you want to destroy a card, you need to pay this much life. There's 2, there's 0s, there's a couple of 1s, there's some -1s in here. Obviously you want to get rid of the -1s from the deck. I am doing a basic setup for level 1 of the game. Level 1 includes 20 life tokens here, 2 in reserve. We throw out the very stupid card, which is an aging card, which is here. And we do not have any aging cards in the deck to begin with. Level 2 will add one in there. We have 2 pirates. If we get through the whole game, we have to fight the pirates. This is how we win the game. We go through 3 levels of the hazards. So green, yellow, red. Once you go through the whole hazard deck, you go through it again, shuffle it, go through it again in yellow, go through it again in red, and it gets harder and harder, and I'll show you how that works in a second. And then you get to fight the 2 pirates. And if you manage to survive both pirates, you escape from the island, and all is great. The theme of this game is you're not Robinson Crusoe, you are Man Friday, who is watching this idiot who has managed to get himself stranded on the island, and you are just trying to make him stronger. You are trying to, and his strength is from the cards. That these are what make him stronger. And he has to go through some hazards, he goes through some trials. As he goes through the trials, he learns from that. Also, when you go through the whole deck, that's meant to signify a year or 2 of his life, and when he gets older, he will age. And as he ages, he becomes distracted, and he becomes stupid, and there's just different things that happen when you get old. I'm an old person. I can totally relate to this. It is definitely where the theme comes through in the mechanics really strongly. I've talked before about the theme and how I think it relates to the mechanics of a game. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really feel immersed in this game. I really feel like I'm Man Friday, and I'm trying to help this idiot survive his time on our little island without trying to bother him too much. Let me show you how a turn works. So you have these here. Now the bottom is what goes into your deck if you win this hazard. So you have two hazards, you've got to pick one, and right now all we care about is the top here. If we win the card by performing what we need to perform to do this, it goes like this into the discard pile here of our deck, and now we don't care about this part, and it goes to the bottom, and the top now becomes what's important. It's got 2 fight and there's a double. I'll tell you what the double does later on. So in this case, I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I want to try for this one because I want to get the 2 weapon with the double power. So I put this here. This here says I get to draw 3 cards for free. So I go 1, 0 power against a 2 fight because we're in the green section. 2, which is I've got 1 fight against it, and 3. So I've not won this and I've missed it by 1. At this point, I'm going to lose 1 life because I didn't make it by 1 point. I can either pay this 1 life, call it good, put this in the discard pile of the hazard deck here, and then I've paid 1 cost, which means I can then trash 1 card. And all of a sudden want to trash one of these cards. So I can do that. Trash that. These go into my discard pile, and this goes here. Okay, it was kind of I'm really sad that came out because I don't have that many cards. And then it's lather, rinse, repeat, and just keep on going through the deck. So there's 1, 2. I want to try and get this one here. This here. 1, -1, 2, -2. So that's -3, so that would cost me 3. I can pay 3 and trash these 2 cards. Now let's say we got 0, 0. Huh. Wow. Let's say we had 0, 0. I've lost by 1 right now. I can pay the 1 and trash one of these cards, or I can pay 1 and draw another card and just put it on this side now. Put it here, and I've won it. Turn this round, take it, and put it here. If I'd paid 1 and another 0 came out, again I can just keep on going. And that's it. That's the whole game. There isn't anything complex in the game. It is a lot of fun. You have ways of getting stuff back when you're playing the game and you're going for one of these cards and you have an action, you just turn it slightly to show that you've used it and then use whatever the action is. So that one is a one-time destroy. I can take any card that's out there and turn it upside down. And you would do that. You'd turn it upside down. And at the end of the turn, when you're cleaning up, that is now trashed. With the last card in the deck, and you have to draw 1. Normally you'd have to draw 2. When you draw 1, you have the choice of either going for it or you can just discard it. When you get to the next phase, simply change it to whatever colour the side is, shuffle these cards, and draw 2 more. Now this time, because we're in the yellow phase, we need to get 1 to get something, to get one of these cards. So again, you get to choose red, yellow. As it goes on, there are some really hard cards in here that you might want. You don't have the power to deal with at the beginning, but you sure as heck don't have the power to deal with them at the end. 4 cards to get 11. It's really, really difficult. But that is one of the things that just makes the game hard and makes the game fun. Let me show you some of the cards and what they do. Here is 1 times copy. 1 time copy lets you copy one of the powers that are already out on the board. 1 time exchange. You can turn that to the side slightly, and what you can do is you can take any of the cards that are out there, put them in the discard pile, and put another card out in its place. Now obviously if you've got something like +2 food, or you've got a 0, or you've got something out there that you don't really want to use, that isn't adding enough power, you want to exchange it just to try and get it, because you only have a limited amount of life to be able to just draw new cards. +1 life with a weapon of 1. Again, you just turn it to the side and you can just gain a life back. One below the pile. 1 below the pile is a little bit different. You can take one of the cards you've already played and put it back under your discard pile, which again is great for a +2 life that you've used, and you're getting 0 other benefit from it. You can put it down there, you can get it back later on and get 2 more life. If it's one of the first cards that you pulled out, because remember we can pull out so many cards, if it's one of those cards, then you can actually replace it, similar to 1 time exchange. If it's one of the extra cards that you've drawn, you cannot replace it. 1 time destroy, I've shown you that. It is a way of destroying the aging cards. And one thing I should show you with the aging cards is they actually have a symbol of 2 up here. So earlier on I showed you if you ever fail one of the hazards, you can use those lives that you're spending to destroy any cards that are out there. Well, if you have any aging cards out there, then they take 2 to kill. So if you're only losing 1 life and all you've got out there to destroy is an aging card, you can't destroy it. And you can't even say, oh, I'll just lose an extra life. No, it's just on the life that you've lost during that turn that you're allowed to use. +2 cards, you can turn it and draw 2 more cards, again on the other side of where you're drawing. 1 times double lets you double the weapon score of any other card. Sort 3 cards, you draw 3 cards, you can discard 1, and then you can sort them in any order you want and put them back on the deck. And then this is my favourite card, phase -1. Now this helps you a lot during the yellow and red phase, because it lets you, so for this one here, if we were in the red phase and I played the phase -1, I could get this card with just a 3 fight, which is great. Most of the aging cards that get shuffled into your deck, as I said, once you get through your discard pile, you get through your deck, take one of the aging cards, slide it in, shuffle, and it's got to come out sometimes during the game, during the next set of turns that you take. So most of them are just the opposite of the cards that are helping you, -1, -2. This one's a really bad one. Its highest card equals 0, which means of all your weapons, whatever one is the highest, that one is just got to count towards 0 for you. And you've got a 4 weapon in there, and if that's out there at the same time as the 4, your 4 is worth 0. Stupid. This one, as soon as it comes out, you lose a life. this one stop. Let's say you had to draw 5 cards based on this number here. If you got to your second card and the second card is the stop card, you do not get any more free cards. You can still pay for cards, but you do not get any more free cards. That's a nasty one to come out. Another highest -1. And -5 for suicidal. -4 for moronic, because these are the last 3 cards which are really show just how decrepit he is. And then -2 life. If at any time you go to spend life and you don't have any left, the game is over and you have lost. And that is it. Very simple game. A game I thoroughly enjoy. I take this one on business trips with me because it fits in my suitcase, so or even my carry-on, and there's always room for me to play this in the hotel room once I get to wherever I'm going. I play it at home when I don't have anybody else to play with, and even if I have other people to play with, sometimes I'll just pull this out because it's just a fun game. It's Friedemann Friese. He designed my favourite game, which is Power Grid. It is a deck builder, which is one of my favourite types of games. It does what it says in the tin. 25 minutes for a full game that feels like a game. It does not feel like a crowbarred kind of solo variant. So, look out next week. I'm hoping to get a playthrough of this game out next week. So also guys, if you can comment below on any games that you'd like me to see how to play on with the right group with, or even a playthrough. I already have a couple in the works for solo playthroughs and a couple of games that I'm hoping to play through with a bigger group, just with the camera down, just showing the board and what's going on. So just comment below on anything that you're enjoying so far, anything that you're not enjoying so far, and anything you'd like to see on the channel, and I'll see what I can do. This is John, the Board Game Haver. Until next time, thanks guys.